Hi everybody, Sean Bells with Pain Relief Massage, and today I wanted to talk to you about strengthening your immune system during this pandemic. So obviously, I've from some of the sources I've been reading that strengthening the immune system probably wouldn't play into effect of not getting it or preventing COVID-19, but it's still good to have a strong immune system in case you did get it. The only way to really prevent or not get COVID-19 for the moment is to practice social distancing, which I know a good many of us are doing already, and also practicing good hygiene. Make sure you wash your hands, don't touch your face, that type of thing. And also wiping down everything. Especially one thing to do is make sure you wipe down those boxes you get from Amazon, whatever stuff you get in there, because you never know whoever packed your box, whoever delivered your box could have it, gets on your hands from the cardboard box, what I mean, and so on and so forth. So practicing good hygiene is important, which I think you all know that anyway. But it's good to practice good self-care stuff for strengthening your immune system during this time. So what are some of the things that you could do to strengthen your immune system? In case you did get COVID-19, it would be good to have a good strong defense to help you get through it, right? I mean, at least hopefully that's something that we can do. And one of the things we can do is strengthen our immune system. So one of the things you can do is get enough sleep. I know a lot of us that are on quarantine, you're like, well, yeah, I can get plenty of sleep. But I know a lot of people are going through depression and anxiety. There's a lot of uncertainty, which can also lead to, obviously, a lack of sleep, right? So if you're having a lack of sleep, everything else is just going to fall apart. Your mental health is going to fall apart. Because you're tired and exhausted, you're not going to want to move. So your physical health is also going to fall apart. So it is imperative that you get enough sleep. And there's a lot of studies out there. You can Google them. That, the more sleep you get, the better your body is going to function. All right. So for adults, it's recommended that you get at least 7 hours. 8's optimal, but 7's good. I usually function off of 6. I could use more myself, but anywhere from between 6 and 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours probably would be best to get sleep during this. All right. And obviously for teens, younger kids, more sleep between 8 and 10 hours, and that type of thing. All right. Also, I'm also partial to this too. If you're laying in bed 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night and you're just doing this with your phone, it's probably not good. The blue light that emits from your phone and from TV screens, everything, that kind of disrupts your sleep. Okay. So one of the rules that I put in place for myself is if I want to get to sleep by 10, I try to get my phone turned off by 9. So it gives my body time to just kind of come down from the blue light. And hopefully I'm asleep by 10. And I usually just try to wake up by 5 or 5:30 in the morning. So that's some of the habits I have. So try to get enough sleep. That's super important. All right, that'll help bolster your immunity. That's number 1. Number 2 would be obviously eating whole foods. Good whole foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts, legumes, all that stuff. That's really good. It really helps with just fighting off, it gives you lots of antioxidants to fight off pathogens and things in your body. So there's actually a lot of great vegetables that have a lot more vitamin C than your normal fruits if you want to try to avoid sugar, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But the fiber and plant foods, they feed your gut microbiome, which also strengthen your immune system. So some examples of healthy fruits and vegetables is, I wrote it down here so I wouldn't forget. Let's see here. We have strawberries, oranges. Everybody knows those fruits have packed with vitamin C. But sweet yellow peppers, chili peppers, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, a lot of plant-based foods are packed with vitamin C. So it's good to get that vitamin C intake where you can. All right. So another tip I have is eat more healthy fats. Healthy fats are anything that's loaded with omega-3s. So, your nuts, olive oil, salmon, things of that nature, because what that does is it drives down inflammation in your body, and which also can help your immune functions in your body fight off pathogens easier. All right. Let me see here. Going on to my list here so I don't forget. Probiotics. I know that's been a huge buzzword the last 2, 3, 4 years, however long they've been doing studies on the gut microbiome. Fermented foods carry a lot of probiotics, and probiotics are kind of what help feed a healthy gut. And the healthier your gut is, the better your immune function is going to be, because recent research has stated that about 80% of your immune functions, your immune system, is found in your gut. So fostering a healthy gut microbiome is going to be very beneficial for you. All right. So what are some probiotics? Well, there's a lot of supplement probiotics out there you can try. In food form, what you'd want to eat is yogurt, kefir, kombucha, anything that's been fermented, really fermented foods. I know yogurt's a huge one. A lot of people, of course, you want to be careful with yogurt because a lot of the store brand yogurts are packed full of sugar, which also is kind of self-defeating because the sugar also causes inflammation that can, so it goes in a circle. So try to get more healthier yogurts if you're going to buy yogurt. What other things? Sauerkraut, kimchi, anything that's fermented is going to help most things that are fermented are going to help your gut microbiome. And we'll also talk about a little bit, one of my favorite fermented foods is apple cider vinegar. I'll talk a little bit more about apple cider vinegar later. I love it. It's good for immune health. All right, and so it brings me to limiting sugar consumption. That's super huge because the more sugar you have in your diet, the more inflammation that you have in your body, which the more sugar you eat, the higher your insulin resistance, which leads to diabetes, obesity, all that stuff. But the more sugar you have in your system, that also brings up the inflammation, which leads your immune system to respond a lot more slowly to pathogens. All right, so you want to limit your sugar consumption, which I know can be hard because during this time of pandemic, people are day drinking, people are drinking a lot. So try to drink in moderation. I would say if you feel like you're coming down with something, don't drink at all, because alcohol consumption will lead to slower immune response and because of the sugar that's also in alcohol. All right, so you want to limit drinking. All right, drink in moderation, and if it's not good for you, don't drink at all. All right, super important. This helps with everything. I tell all my massage clients is movement is everything. All right, most things. But for me, it's everything. Motion is lotion. You want to get an exercise routine. It helps with your mental health. It helps with your musculoskeletal pain for a lot of people. So I know right now it's easy just to Netflix and chill because we have a lot of time to do so, but you want to limit your Netflix and chill. All right. You want to create a walking program. You want to do maybe some yoga, Pilates, whatever you can do that fosters movement, because that can also help with your mental well-being, but also because you are moving, it helps all the other functions in your body, especially your immune system. All right. So you want to practice some exercise. All right. One of the more important things, another tip, manage your stress, which I know could be extremely, extremely tough right now because I know a lot of people are going through a very hard time with being in quarantine and the uncertainty of everything. It can be very daunting, very, very, very depressing for a lot of people. So you don't want to get into that never-ending, oh my God, when is this going to end? You want like what I mentioned in another previous video is make a new normal for yourself, okay? Which your new normal hopefully won't last us that long, but create a routine that'll keep you sane and normal right now, okay? Because your mental health is everything, and part of that, the exercise and moving helps with that. If the sun is outside, please go out and get some sun. Vitamin D will help. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but manage your stress. Your stress is key. Some of the things you could do to manage your stress is maybe get into meditation. I know there's a couple apps out there. If I can think of some apps, I'll share those. But meditation is very, very powerful. Things like yoga, exercising, journaling, even just sitting down and writing about the crap in your life. Sometimes getting off your chest, just writing it down helps. So anything you could do, and somebody that's accountable that you could just talk to, anything that gets your stress down, because that also helps both your mental and your physical. All right. And so next I want to talk about supplements. And obviously I mentioned before, supplements, you can supplement all day long and obviously get COVID-19 because there's really no lifestyle or diet that can prevent it or anything like that. But again, to strengthen your immune system, because you never know if it'll help. Definitely vitamin C. I generally take about 1,000 milligrams or anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. That's really helpful with your immune functions. Vitamin D, obviously you don't have to get that supplement if you live in a place that has lots of sun, go out and get your vitamin D that way. I live in New York, and obviously most people that are probably seeing this live in New York, so it's gray all the time. We don't see the sun a lot, so vitamin D supplementation is very important, because when you have not as much vitamin D in your system, it could definitely lead to pathogens working faster in your body when you do get infected. All right, when there is more cases, I know in studies, that when people are deficient in vitamin D, they generally get sicker rather than somebody that's not deficient in it. Other supplements I'll mention, because I don't feel like going into a huge long list, but zinc, elderberry, garlic, those are all great things to help bolster a healthy immune system. And then one of the things, I barely ever get sick. It's a rarity that I do get sick, because obviously I practice good self-care. I get massages. I take care of myself as much as I possibly can, because I'm telling you to do that. I want to make sure that I'm doing that too. But one of my favorite, I think of it as a supplement, is apple cider vinegar. And I generally get the Bragg's version of apple cider vinegar. You don't want to get the store ones that are pasteurized and filtered. You want to get the unpasteurized stuff, right? You probably can't see it through the video, but there's like little cloudy bits at the bottom of that. It's called the mother, and even on the package says with the mother. All right, with the mother. That's the part that's the fermented portion of the apple cider vinegar. That also helps foster healthy gut bacteria. So I mean, I've been taking apple cider vinegar religiously. Well, okay, I can't say religiously. There's been times I don't take it. But I notice the times I don't take it, I end up feeling like crap more. I tend to get a little bit more sick if I don't take this. If I take this religiously every day, I never notice I get sick. I know, might be a placebo, I don't know. But I love this stuff. You can probably Google all the benefits of apple cider vinegar, lots of them. How do I take this? I have a shot glass. And I usually fill the little shot glass up maybe a quarter of the way, maybe sometimes a third of the way. This stuff tastes awful, all right? Some people acquire taste and like it. I think it tastes awful. It's really soury. It's very acidic, all right? So if you take this, don't take it without water. So I fill it up about a quarter of the way in a shot glass, and I put water in the rest of it, and then I shoot it down, and then I chug water afterwards. I usually swish the water in my mouth, because I guess supposedly the acid in this can also break down tooth enamel. So I've been taking this for a few years. Nothing's wrong with my teeth, but again, it's very acidic, so you're gonna want to take plenty of water with it. I know some people make drinks out of it. Some people put it in like a glass with ginger and lemon and add water to it. And there's a lot of different ways you can put this in a drink. Some of the drinks I've had are really, really tasty. But anyway, if you want to help support a good immune system, have some Bragg's. It's some good stuff. Of course, there's other ones too. I know Aldi's has a version. You just want to get apple cider vinegar with the mother. All right. It definitely it's very helpful. All right. That's my big recommendation for you. All right, so hopefully you find this video helpful. I try not to rant too much, and hopefully there's some tips in here that can help you manage your stress, build your immune system, and I'm hoping that all my clients and everyone out here watching this video stays nice and healthy during this whole quarantine pandemic thing. So have a great day, and I hope to speak with you soon. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always write them down in the comments below, and I'll try to get right back to you. Thank you very much.